Good morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is. And it's a morning I want to talk about deer. You know, you go into the woods and hoping to find deer, and what do you see? You know, you see maybe you get to see a whitetail going off into the distance. That's what you get to see. And but this is not a video about deer running off into the distance. This is a deer video about deer and getting to know them. So here we go. As you can see, we have two deer that are following us, and there's three deer. What a beautiful animal. And these deer are here this morning in order to let you all appreciate what deer really are about. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about them and let you know something about deer maybe that you didn't know before now. Now, deer are kind of skittish, which is how they survive. And when's the last time that you reached out and you actually touched a deer? Did you know that deer love to be massaged? They're just like a pet, really. Except they really can't afford to be a pet because people like to eat them. You know, there's hunters out there, oh my gosh. They're all after that buck so they can brag about the buck they shot. Well, you know, that's one of the necessities of life, because if deer were not hunted, they would overpopulate and there would be 10 times, 100 times as many accidents, you know, on the road as there are now. And it's not really because they're stupid or anything. Well, you know, they need to cross the road, and if you have car after car after car, well, you know, it's they have to cross at some point, and they eventually, you know, will get hit by somebody. So it's not really their problem. It's our problem. So anyway, these animals, in my opinion, are the most amazing animals that have ever been created. And I say created because these animals, the senses they have, are absolutely incredible. They can sense something a quarter mile away. They can hear. Their hearing is amazing. Their smell ability is off the chart. It's up there like with a bloodhound. And they can smell 1,000 times better than us humans can. And so uh, and they have a family that sticks together. A deer basically lives and dies within a mile of where it's born. Now watch this. The female goes over and runs off the juvenile buck. And because really in the deer family, guess what? The females dominate. And it's kind of like that in with humans, isn't it? It's like the males aren't smart enough, and so the females, look at it, the females have to, you know, straighten them up and tell them which way to fly. It's haha. So anyway, let's see if we can get the buck to come here. Okay, he's no, he's gonna stay there. Okay, now personally, I have learned more from white-tailed deer than I've ever learned from humans. And here's why. Whitetails know how to survive. You can take any one of these deer and separate them and put them someplace else on the planet, and they will survive. They will figure out how to survive. You know, they're smart, and they can adapt very well. And you know, you even have these animals in cities. You know, they're on mountains. They're all around the country, and they happen to be the one animal that demands respect. And I do mean respect, because what other animal is this beautiful and this graceful and is you know, is it's just this wonderful. It's they actually prefer to come out at nighttime, because that's when predators, you know, when they have the advantage on other predators and people. There's usually no hunters at nighttime. So, but in the daytime, like right now, they're susceptible. And in 2 weeks, rifle season will begin. And when rifle season begins, then these animals will be hunted. And, you know, hunters don't care. Hunters don't care really what they shoot. Sometimes they shoot even the little deer, as long as they are able to shoot something. And so these deer have to be extra careful, you know, not to end up on in the back of somebody's pickup truck. And so you can see why they are what they are. And so here's the whole family here, as you can see in the front. The whole family of deer. And they're going to be spending the rest of the day here, just kind of moseying along. And here pretty soon they'll find a place to go take a nap. And I run into some sticker bushes, which there are a lot of in here. And let's see if we can catch up to them again. And I have a cold, of course. So Uh, but like I said, these animals are to be admired, and they can survive pretty much in any condition that you can throw at them, and do quite well. Even and in the wintertime, their systems, when there isn't hardly any food, their systems actually shut down, where they don't conserve, to conserve their energy. And if they're hunted heavily, they will end up producing a bigger number of offspring. And in order to compensate for their their lack of population. So, I mean, just look at the grace. Look at the beauty of this animal. And look at there. Their fur is velvety smooth. It's just wonderful, beautiful. And they do like to have their ears kind of rubbed. And have you ever seen a deer able to make a deer sit down? Watch this. See, that's actually making the deer sit down. There is some nerves back here that if you rub them right away, the deer will actually sit down. Okay, enough of the funny stuff. So the deer appreciate us learning more about them, and it's just wonderful to be able to, well, zooming doesn't help, but we're in some really thick stuff here. Really thick stuff. And they go and nibble on different things according to their noses and how things taste. And they eat a large variety of food throughout the day. And they're just beautiful and wonderful. And I'm so thankful that I get to have these deer that trust me, and they know that that I'm here not to hurt them, but to protect them. And see, the deer is sensing something. They're always alert to any kind of danger. They always know what's going on in the forest. And they're almost never surprised by anything, because it is so hard to sneak up on a deer. The reason you usually don't see deer in the forest is because they know that you're coming way before you ever see them. And thus, they skedaddle before you encounter them. So they have to be that way, because they don't know if you're a hunter or a hiker or what. And really, to deer, we stink. A deer has been known to smell an average person at at a couple hundred yards away. So So there's a reason. Well, there they go, and they're going into stuff that I don't care to go in. So so I thank you for tuning in, and hit a like button if you like this video, and we'll try to do some more. Thank you.